Hey guys, thanks for tuning in to part 2 of my gear list for my 2019 Appalachian Trail through hike attempt. Today we're going to look at my clothes, my electronics, and my personal items. Let's see what I got. Okay, when it comes to clothes on the Appalachian Trail, I break it down into 4 categories. I have my shell layer, I have my thermal layer, my base layer or hiking layer, and finally my sleep clothes or my dry clothes. Let's take a look at that. Okay, for my shell layer, my rain jacket is the Outdoor Research 4A. This is a great jacket, certainly not ultralight, but it is bomb proof. And one of the cool things about it is that instead of just pit zips, it actually zips the entire length of the jacket to where you can kind of turn it into a poncho. Same with the 4A pants. It doesn't have zippers that just go to the knee. They go all the way up so you can vent out the heat, or it's easy to put on over boots. For my thermal layer, I've got the OR Transcendent jacket. Love this puffy. It's great. I've actually got another one with a hood on it, and I'm kind of debating back and forth which way I'm going to go. I'd prefer to take this one, but if the weather looks like it's really going to be freezy, I may take the Transcendent with a hood. My other thermal layer, which is kind of like a shirt, it's my favorite piece of clothing. This is my Patagonia R1 hoodie. This thing is the best. It's very comfortable. I'll wear it as a shirt as well as part of my thermal layer. It's a hoodie, but the zipper, it's not a quarter zip. It goes all the way down, almost all the way through. And it's got the waffle insulation inside, which holds in, traps in channels of heat, which is really nice. And it's got thumb holes in it, so it will help out. And just really like that. So moving on to my base layer or my hiking layer, I have a 511 shirt. This is a great shirt. It's got odor control in it, but it's also vented in the back and in the arms, which is nice. And I will be hiking in just a pair of inexpensive running shorts. Now moving on to my sleep clothes and my dry clothes. I've got a Patagonia mid-weight, long sleeve, capleen top, and Outdoor Research thermal tights. If it's really cold, I'll be hiking in those. And if it's really cold, I'll be hiking in those with the rain pants on top of it. So a couple other clothing items that I have. I've got a pair of Cirrus waterproof gloves. Got a Patagonia balaclava, proof socks. I've got 2 pair of darn tough socks and 2 pair of ex officio give and go briefs. So with regards to what I'm actually packing, one of these pair of briefs would be out, one of these socks would be out, and the shirt and the shorts and probably the Patagonia R1, all that would not be counting as my base weight. So the rest of this would be my base weight. All right, let's move on and talk about electronics. All the electronic equipment that I'll be taking with me on my thru hike are in these 2 bags. Let's open them up and see what's in there. Okay, let's see all the electronic stuff that goes into these 2 bags. First, I'll be using the iPhone XR, which is a new phone to me, and so far I love it. I had expanded memory in that. I took it up to 256 because of the video editing that I'll be doing along the trail. This is my camera case, and it's also a backup battery. This is a 6,000 milliamp backup battery, which is really big, and it's a little heavy. But it'll charge my phone about 2.5 times. The only issue is that my phone is somewhat weatherproof, and this battery is not. So if it's too humid or rainy, that thing's got to go back into the plastic bag. I'll be charging all my stuff with this little brick, but what's nice about it, it's got 4 USB ports, and it's not a plug hog. You can see that it doesn't really take up very much room. The backup battery I'll be using for all of my GoPro, and I should tell you I'm filming right now with a GoPro 7 Black, and that's what I'll be using on the trail most of the time. But this little battery right here weighs about 7 ounces, and it's 10,000 milliamps, so that's really nice. Some people like the 20,000. I prefer 10,000 because it's easier to charge faster, 10,000 than 120. I'll be taking a GoPro charging station. I can put 2 batteries in there, and that's what those are. So I'll have 3 GoPro batteries with me. I've got a little camera mount if I want to do some shooting with my iPhone, and that will go onto my stick pick, as you can see right there. That goes on the end of my trekking pole, and I can use my GoPro or my phone with that. Okay, next on the list is my headlamp. I've got the Black Diamond spot headlamp. It's a real common, popular headlamp. It's got a red light that you can use when you're around other people at night so you don't blind them, and you can just tap it on the side with your finger on and off, and which is really convenient. So it's waterproof, super nice. Coming back down to the other end, the only item that I really have 2 of are my earbuds, and that's just a very critical item. You can see on this one earbud that I have my lightning adapter to go with my new phone. That's my Apple charging cord. These are my charging cords for my GoPro as well as my backup battery. And this is my chip reader, card reader. I take the card out of the GoPro, put it in there, plug it into my iPhone, download the videos, and that's how that whole process works. And that process, that's why this little knife is here, because it has the little tweezers on the back, and my fingers are too clumsy to get that little card reader out, or the card out of the GoPro without those little tweezers. Last thing, not really electronics, but it's in there, is this little bundle of junk. And I've got some little twisties for cord management. I've got a couple light beaners, a couple of super strong rubber bands, safety pins, just all those little things you might need if you're trying to fix something. So that's all my electronics. Okay, let's take a look at all the personal items that I'll be taking with me as I hike the Appalachian Trail. Over here in the corner, you'll see my mobility ball. It's about 1 ounce. It's actually compressed cork, and this is what I will use whenever my back or a hip or something like that is giving me a hard time, and I will be rolling around on that for a little mobility. Same thing with this. This is a PVC pipe with a little tape for traction on there, and I will roll my feet out every morning, every night, and that is to kind of prevent and also treat plantar fasciitis. This is a roll of athletic tape that I'll be taking at the start, and it is for my feet. And if my feet are doing good after about 100 miles, that will that'll go away. So I've also got a couple pair of glasses, reading glasses, and I'll probably go through about 10 pair on the trail. And then a pair of sunglasses. And a lot of people don't even take sunglasses because you are hiking in what they call the green tunnel so much. But I just wear sunglasses all the time, and sometimes it's just to keep the wind out of your eyes and all that. So I gotta have glasses. Come on. I've got the AT guide, and this thing is amazing. We'll talk about this a little bit more. Can you see it very good? There's a shine on there. There you go. There's an AT guide with a highlighter and some more Luco tape. You can see I've got a tiny little pen, and in the back I've got a tiny little journal that may or may not make the final trip, but I think I'm going to take it. But I'll do a video, and we'll see more of this AT guide. It is really kind of a cool thing. As we move on, this right here is my hiker wallet. And I have got inside there, I'll have some credit cards and some cash. But other personal items, I will, well, I'll just show you. Okay, here's what is inside my wallet. I've got 3 medals. I've got a St. Christopher that belonged to my father. I've got a St. Michael that is mine that goes back to high school. And this one is a St. Michael that I got last year, actually at the Vatican. And it was blessed by nuns. So very, very dear to me. And St. Michael was the guardian angel for our boys. So moving on to some more exciting stuff. Now down here in the bottom, not going to spend a lot of time. These are the little personal wipes that I'll be taking. And some people take toilet paper, and with all of the rain and humidity and all that kind of stuff, I just personally think that's a bad idea. So here you go. Most important thing, 18. Got to remember that number. And so you got to keep track of that, because you've got to calculate how long you're out there and when's the next stop. And I think I've said way too much. This is a little microfiber towel, that's cut down, and that will be just for other kind of hygiene things. These things are not, they don't do the same function. They'll be used differently. And along with that, you always have to have hand sanitizer. This is really important. If you watch hiker videos, you'll see this dangling on just about every single pack out there. You got to stay pretty diligent, because you do not want to get sick, and hygiene out there is really important. So here's the big bag. Let's open this up and see what's in here. Okay, here's the last of my gear. So these are my personal items. You can see that I've got a toothbrush, toothpaste. I've got a little bottle that I can put water in to kind of spray my face, kind of spray my hair to keep it under control. In the summertime, just to have a little misting spray, just to kind of cool off when you're trying to go to sleep. This doesn't weigh anything. It's really kind of a luxury item. I have Gold Bond magic powder. This stuff is a must. It's used for all kinds of stuff. But when you're going day after day after day without a shower, it's kind of handy. So I've got some floss with some extra tape. On the bottom, I have got a needle with some floss pushed through there. So floss is good for, you can sew up stuff, you can repair things, you can actually floss your teeth with it. But it's kind of one of those things that I think people use it more for repair than hygiene. But I will definitely be using it for both. I've got some chapstick. I've got some earplugs. Those are really important. And people who tent around me, I can probably sell those for about $100. So I'll have a lot of those with me. And then a little comb, and that is really more for my beard than anything else. And then and with my electronics, you saw my little bundle of like rubber bands and beaners and all that kind of stuff. And this stuff, it'll actually probably all end up together. But this is a big twist tie, a couple of little zip ties that I can use for repair on my pack or my tent, that kind of thing. And then a couple of heavy duty rubber bands. And that, guys, is everything that I'm taking on the Appalachian Trail. So thanks for watching. More to come. Leaving in 4 days. Talk to you guys soon. And now we're going.
Huh.
So
we're just talking now.
Yep.
On it.
It's my mom. Wave to everybody out in the internet world.
Yeah, we're gonna erase all this.
I don't think so. This is
Yes,
viral.
because my hair is not fixed, and you're not leaving that live.
Leave a message if you think my mom's hair looks great.
Yeah, right.